Hey everybody, Steven here playing Subnautica Below Zero, and today I'm actually going to be exploring the crystal caves, specifically the crystal castle inside the crystal caves, because they finally added that. And then you have the crystal caves cache. We'll be going down to the fabricator caverns as well and kind of looking at some of that, because they've actually added some more stuff there as well. And one of the other new additions that you're actually going to hear right now is one of the new songs for this biome, and it sounds really cool. So I'm not going to do like an extended period where you just listen to the music. You just kind of hear it in the background though, but it sounds really good. So let's go ahead and explore this. For anybody that doesn't want any spoilers, you're not going to want to watch this video just because I'm going to be talking about a lot of that stuff. So for those that don't mind, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. So one of the biggest things that we're going to notice is they've actually added more like reflective light stuff onto the actual crystals themselves. So they just look way better. So you can see it right here on everything. So that shininess that we're looking at there. And just a ton more crystals. There we go. Now changed the texture of the ground here, but it's a super tight fit going in here now. But it looks awesome. So once we get in here, we are officially in the crystal castle here, right? And then that's where we'll go in a minute to try and look at everything inside the crystal caves cache there. But looking up here, one of the cool things that we see, and I'm assuming this is just kind of part, we're going to try and scan this thing here in a second, but this is part of the castle there. But that looks really cool. So this is the crystal castle. They've, like, for anybody that's followed the other videos, like, there were some crystals in here, but this is crazy. Like, this looks so cool too. Alright, so let's go ahead. And I'm not going to be... Here we go. Whoa. Let's see if it gives us any data here. Nope. Oh, we can scan all these. Bounty being dropped to a near location. And I'm not going to queue in any of the story stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of these things now. Whoa. I don't want to spoil that aspect of it. I mean, we're already looking at stuff, and I'll talk about some of the stuff, but I don't want to in terms of like actual dialogue and things like that. I want to save that for the actual playthrough. I think there's a lot of these things in here. 15? I'm assuming there's a bunch I didn't scan. Maybe, there we go. 11, 12, 13. Maybe. There might be more in the actual crystal caves cache there. Well, let's go back into free cam before I run out of oxygen here. So this is the... I need a ghost actually right here. Crystal caves cache here. Now it's not finished, but we go in here. And prior to this, there wasn't anything here, right? It didn't go anywhere. It was just a flat wall. And now that, and that looks crazy cool. Like, the game looks so much more polished and bigger than the first game, and certain things like this really show that off. Unfortunately, this isn't 100% complete, so we go up here and we literally just are going to hit a wall. Right now you can tell it's going to go further, right? But that is where it ends. So this is actually where you will find one of Alan's body parts. Right, so we have to get, I believe, 4 different pieces to kind of reconstruct them back together and get them out of our brain. But that is it for right here. I'm going to do another video as well covering all the changes that they've made to the deep lily pad biome, because they've done a ton there as well. But yeah, this looks really, really good. But let's go, actually, I need to get out of here first, because if I try and ghost at the fabricator caverns from here, it's gonna just drop me to the 4. Alright, so, and there it is. That looks awesome. Alright, so go back into free cam here. So heading out the crystal caves, going into the fabricator caverns here, and I'm going to take this water volume off. So one of the things that we're going to notice is just they have a ton more of these. I mean, I'm assuming the crystals too, right? We have our multiple ways to get down here. So multiple paths here. And that actually looks a little bit changed too. Yeah, we have our multiple paths. But like I said, what they've really done is they've just added a ton more, especially when you get down here towards the fabricator base. It looks way better now. But navigating through these shadow leviathans isn't going to be fun, because those things are crazy aggressive. I was back here just kind of getting things prepped to record, and I had to ghost in my body, and one just immediately came after me, and I was way back here. So these things are really, really aggressive. Now, one of the cool things with this though is when we go from day to night, these things glow red. That's awesome. And what I'm curious to see is, right now this is just plain, right? When we take the water volume off, that looks really cool. But there's not a lot going on here. I mean, in terms of the texture on the ground is obviously going to change, and then the lighting sources themselves, and then any other plants and things like that, and rocks and other things, textures that they put on the ground, it's going to change the look of these. And there's really no lighting effects like they've added over time to the crystals and the crystal caves there. So this is going to look way, way better over time. But like I said, they've added in way more. We got a little pile here too. And then this is actually the fabricator base, but there's nothing in there right now. Not yet anyways. So that is it. Just wanted to give an update just because I noticed that this actually happened just today for the experimental build. And I follow the Subnautica changes Twitter account, and anybody else can too, to see when these things go live, so I can try and make sure I get a video out as soon as possible. And unfortunately, they've been working more on the story and the updates for the ice worm update that is for anybody in early access. Not anybody that's been playing the experimental build has had access to it, but the official update, so they've been working more on that. So there haven't been any new changes in the last couple of weeks, which is why I haven't had as many videos. But now they're kind of moving back over to adding a lot more things to the experimental build like this, and that looks really, really awesome. Yeah, can't wait until it gets those lighting effects in here. But that is it, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.